Okay, we are in episode 38 of the 248K mod run on a ribbon with a kind of city grid, and yeah, these guys are coming to deliver a bunch of stuff into this chest, which is going to have, eventually, I guess I need some of these as well, eventually going to have all the stuff I need to handcraft another nuclear silo, because that's, nuclear silo? Nuclear power plant, because that's part of what we're doing now. Last time we set up all of the small and we're kind of moving them all out to the east. All of these things have now been circuit conditioned so that I'm making less than a certain number of an item and putting it in a box which is, filtered for that thing, but then also only upgrading stuff if I have more than a certain amount. And all of these chests, other than the random stuff that shouldn't be in there, but whatever, are all getting that done. Why are you not getting... Why are you not getting... Oh, because you don't have green ships. Okay, fine. That's a decent reason. I think I increased the limit on this as well. Yeah, I increased this to 200 because these are currently coming from... Yeah, kind of at the moment our logistics suppliers... Yeah, most of our mall is over here. And we got this disaster of a train station. And then most of the logistics supply is still happening all the way back over here with the old base. But that's a thing we'll get around to changing in a bit. Yeah, need to also... need a lot more train stations, also kind of short on copper, which is also a thing which needs train stations to as part of the fix. And we don't yet have, poles in the network anywhere, so let's probably go fast insert it in, stack out, sure, and then just put some of those in the network. Because We've got these trains which are bringing in bulk supply of stuff over here. We've got the composite, we've got the fiber... No, we don't. This is just a random hand-delivered stuff, isn't it? That's all fine. Does this now have... No, because the concrete and the fiberglass aren't actually in the logistics network. And yeah, my inventory didn't really get that much cleaner. Oh, well. So yeah, things to do today. We need... You only got 3 modules. Why didn't you only get 3 modules? Okay, that's all you get, whatever. Yeah, things to do today. This is now upgrading a bunch of stuff, which is nice. We've got... The base needs more copper. I'm pretty sure there were, like, if we look at the blue chips all the way over here, they're actually... Oh, they're fine for copper. They're not super fine for copper, are they? They're going to run out of it. So we need to put some more copper mining down. In the meantime, we're doing a bunch of combat-like techs, because we've got this power armor which we can go and make. We're going to go with this portable nuclear reactor which needs a nuclear reactor, which is why we're trying to get stuff together to make this nuclear reactor. Let's go find the stations where those things are happening. Bots can put all of that natural fiber reinforced plastic in the logistics network. That's going to be fine. And then the other thing was concrete, which I think I was going to do with the train station, but we've still got... this stuff, that's the landmines, that's not what I want. Over by the military science, yeah, this stuff here, that can all be provider chested as well. And this has turned into a request chest, and base is indeed short of copper. Yeah, we've got to go and get more copper mining. The inaccessibility of any of these train stations that have copper means that there just currently isn't, if we find a train station with copper, yeah, these ones don't have enough copper to fill a train yet, so this train station isn't active. It's got train fuel, which is nice. But yeah, we just need to get more copper in. Maybe we can... There's not really space to beacon that, but I don't know if that wants to be a thing anyway. Actually, the other thing I wanted to check was what kind of water supply do these have? These guys don't have a tank. Because I was contemplating... just connecting this stuff up, because now we have red belt. We could turn like these 2 lines into red belt and just have some more smelting here and just pipe it in there. I think the thing we need for that, especially as... Oh yeah, let's talk about this other train station as well, because this is a thing that happened last time that still isn't completely fixed. Okay, fine. Let's automate train stations first. This is just going to be train stations, and then we're just going to go request and... supply, and yeah, I don't apparently have any of these things yet. That's quite a lot of stuff. You probably don't need that stuff. Also, I don't really care that much. But yeah, this is going to bring It's going to bring all the things. We're going to get some train stations. Let's not have more than one stack of train stations. And yeah, this disastrous thing over here, which is why we need all these train stations. I think one of the things I like about this quite bizarre setup is, like, this is quite a compact form of getting all the train stations that I want for all my mall stuff in. Like, it's a whole lot more compact than this other bulk unloading thing. These ones are going to have to, yeah, these trains are for, actually the lubricant doesn't. The lubricant doesn't need to stop by very often, but the iron and the ceramics are going to have to, we're going to be using a lot of those for all the belt upgrades and things like that. Whereas for everything else, we're going to have all of these train stations. Roboports, I need roboports as well. I will need roboports. Yeah. We're going to have all these train stations that are just kind of on the same line that will... Most of these aren't set up yet, but... I think I only set up the first two, didn't I? Yeah. So if we ever need more red circuits, this train station will activate. If we ever need more fiberglass, this train station will activate. We'll set up these other train stations like that sometime later, and then bots can just all dump stuff in these provider chests, and that's all going to do, you know, more or less its thing. What I did want to do, though, while that's getting built, and while we're kind of waiting, yeah, other than the copper, I guess the copper is also kind of a thing that I want to do. Can we fit it there? We can go one higher. I want basically a personal train station. So we're going to go from here, and then I need to make sure I have one. Then does this fit? Yes. We're going to do that. And then, oh yeah, train stations. Remember when I need train stations? That's the other reason why I need train stations. I want a train station here. And then I need, it looks like a chain signal here. And an actual rain signal, say, here. And then this train station is going to be like my personal home train station in the middle of where I'm going to be building all the Logimall stuff. And this will be kind of the home that we return to. And then all of the mall stuff we're going to kind of move out to this general area. And I think the first thing I want to set up here, which is still not copper, is basically a box with all the things I might want when I'm going to go and do some combat stuff. So we're going to have, like, I can build all these things in this Logimall kind of wherever I want. And then what else do I have? I have these grenades somewhere, don't I? Let's have another, like, 200 of these. Red ammo, I think I want a decent amount of, because we probably are using turrets for fire support. I made shotgun shells, so let's have... Yeah, let's have 200 shotgun shells. That's actually quite a lot, isn't it? Landmines was another thing that I wanted a lot of. And repair packs, I think, is also going to be kind of useful, but I don't need a whole lot of those. And then these things aren't in the network. I think these are all getting built back in the old military science. That's not the military science. Here's the military science. I don't actually think I'm doing anything with that at all. So I think we just blast that entire thing. I don't know whether or not that's going to cut off some of the base from power or what. I mean, this thing over here also needs to be, yeah, that red ammo needs to be in the logistics network so bots can bring it. And then we also just need to make copper, which is, you know, a thing that I said we needed to do, and we haven't yet. So let's also request train fuel. Train fuel going to be useful. Yeah, I think that's going to be most of what we need to be able to do quite a lot of pushing stuff. Why are you... Oh yeah, because steel and green chips are still being provided from the main base. But, you know, a bunch of Logibots bringing stuff now. We've got a lot of Logibots. That bit is kind of fine. I did want to visit, before we go and do the red chips, well, the copper thing. Back here was where I'm not making Roboports anymore. Yeah, I think we're gonna go out here for copper, because we kind of can. Because we're going this way anyway a bit, really. And we can just, like, smash all these guys in here and not really worry about it. Not worrying about things is a theme. Can I... It looks like I've got some other spaces where we can put in more of the rail grid again. So we're going to put it there, and also here. If one of these links and the other doesn't, that's actually still pretty good. And I think it looks like the same thing might happen over here as well. Yeah, so all of this section here is going to be sad, but that's fine. In fact, all of that is going to be sad. But this rubber port here is definitely going to get us build range on the rest of the stuff. And there's a rubber port in here somewhere as well. This one. Somewhere in there, yeah, whatever. Thing is... Oh yeah, I'm not actually out of that segment, am I? Those trains can go now. This assembler here was where I was making rubber ports, and then I changed to make something else, so we can do that again. Do you have... Yeah, make another 20 rubber ports. That's a decent plan. And then let's really go and deal with this copper situation, because, in fact, the labs are probably still running. The labs are not running because they don't have yellow science. So, how is yellow science going? Yellow science is still running. It's probably just the train needs to get here. Yeah, I got a bunch of yellow science. Where is the train? Yeah, it's just yeah, that's fine. We can ignore all of that. That is doing everything it should. It's just going to go and visit the... It's just going to go and visit the other train, the other stations, and then pick the things up, and then we'll be fine. Where was I going? Oh, I wanted copper, didn't I? Which is all the way over here. Which is also kind of fine. And then, yeah, because the rest of the rail isn't built yet, and these intersections are kind of weird, that's doing stuff. I think we're mostly in... I was going to visit the labs, wasn't I? To just get rid of all the signs from my inventory. I think we'll do that at some point later anyway, given that one of the things we've got to do... Yeah, so this... I actually don't have train stations either, do I? And I kind of need the train stations because I've got to get the water train in here. But how many... 114, and I've got mining productivity 2... And it's so it's at like 130, maybe 140 miners, which is nearly 5 belts of stuff. So I reckon what we're going to do is we're going to take... Where is a basic copper smelting pattern? Here's a pattern that's kind of okay, which I think we're just going to take. Yeah, and the ratios are 1 purifier to 1 arc furnace to 2 metal casters, which is fine. And then I'm pretty sure that I ratioed that I could get up to 5 purifiers for 1 purifier going the other way, turning dirty water back to clean water. Do I have... Somewhere I had a train station that was requesting... Yeah, that was requesting water. Oh, I should probably actually power that train fuel stuff. But I don't see where that is at the moment. Yeah, so I might have to set that up again, which is a bit of a shame because we don't have train stations. At least, not really. Not in the network. Some ways all these guys aren't getting built yet. Okay. Yeah, then the other reason for moving the Logi Mall further out east, actually a couple of reasons. Because there's going to be a lot of bots just going around here doing all the bot delivery between these things and the lab request chests. But then also, if we're expanding out to the right, spoilers, these guys' days are numbered. They're going to have a bad time. Yeah, then moving mall stuff further out to the east is going to make it close to extend this grid. I don't know if I really want to extend the grid though. I might want to do like a build train or something, which is also going to be a bit easier to do now we've got all the parts for it. But yeah, enough whining about that. Let's actually get some copper smelting in here. Let's just grab all of this pattern and then figure out what we can do differently later. So this is going to put the purifier at the top and the metal casters at the bottom. I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm going to do something like this. And then, having decided I can get 5 purifiers in here, I think we're going to do that. But first we're going to take this much of this thing, because these only connect by... yeah, they connect by they connect only by these underground pipes, and I guess also power if we actually connected power. So let's do that as well. And then are these going to connect to? Let's connect them to the other side of the grid as well, because that seems like a good idea. But yeah, then the next thing I wanted to do was, I think this pattern tile's enough, doesn't it? This output lane is going to have to change. But I think I'm pretty happy being fairly careless and just slapping another 2 in on the end. And this should get us up to 5 purifiers, all purifying copper. I need to get the water in somewhere. It's not really a whole lot of... I could have it up there, I don't really want to. I guess I can have the water over here. Yeah, we can put a water train station over here. And then... Haven't really left enough space to have a train station here, have we? Can we... we can go up a little bit further. And then we can put these other 2 metal casters on the other end. So I guess let's do that. Let's get all of this and put it up here, because all that's kind of fine anyway. This is still just this weird fluid connection thing. And then can I take... Let's grab all of that. Sorry, bots, you're going to have lots of work. It's fine. I haven't... Yeah, I've got the inserters as well. Yeah, I've got... That is all completely clear now. So if I can stack this back a bit further and put it, say, there, then we need to get a lot of copper in here, which is going to be fine. We've kind of got beacon space. This is, like, in between here there isn't beacon space, but there's beacon space on the outside. Not that I have beacon capacity at the moment anyway. Then I need... Yeah, I need a train station in here. In fact, I need a copper station, for which I already have down here. Yeah, let's just grab this and the combinator and the fuel supply. That's actually a good way of doing things. So then I still need to connect. Yeah, we didn't actually get the connection to the chest. So that's the iron one. That's the other copper that I could use, but I haven't because I wanted more copper than that. Yeah, this... In fact, kind of this whole thing wants to be... I mean, there's more chests than we want, but this also should line up here. Yes. Those 2 don't want to exist. These ones... And there's kind of just enough space. I think I'm happy with how that's worked out. Okay, so now where do we get the water train in? Because the other reason I wanted a train station here is so I can queue a train to get another water... Actually, what we're going to do, given this guy is a train station and I want a train station, give me this, press Ctrl Z so the bots will bring a copy, and then I can put a train station over here. And then this train station, other than the fact that I don't have tanks. Cool. Okay, I want... Where do I have a tank that I can queue? Didn't the red ships... Where's the red ships? This had pit... Well, that's not the red ships, is it? The red ships is all the way over here. I thought I left a tank in one of these stations that would let me queue a thing better. Anyway, compile next. Okay, fine. Where is a... This stuff doesn't have all of the intermediate power poles that I'm going to need. That's fine. Okay, so get me a tank. I do have these in the logistics network somewhere. I'm still in the map. Okay, never mind. Yeah, put a tank there. Do I have pumps? I don't have pumps. Okay, that's kind of super annoying. Because bots kind of have to bring me all these things because I kind of want to circuit condition stuff before turning them on. In fact... Yeah, oh well. This train station is in a kind of bad place, but I don't really think I care. Because I think we're just going to bring over here by... Yeah, this train station... In fact... Yeah, let's just call this station. Oh, there is a train. Do I still have... No, okay, there's no trains associated with that station. This train station was going to be like the one-off, just bring me some water because I need to kick off some smelting. If I do this, then we've got 2 of these trains turning up. The train is going to block this intersection, but I'm also not doing anything with this space anyway, so it's fine. This copper station is now also a copper station, but it's also disabled because we don't have the copper in it, which is correct. How is this? Oh, you're getting powered by this one. Okay. So all of these miners have gone in, which is nice. We need to get the water over here. Oh yeah, these guys... Bots have brought this stuff over. I guess all of this stuff, yeah, anything that used to be in the main storage has now been, because we deleted the main storage in the main base, all of the random items now in here. So yeah, so I guess there wasn't all that far to go for bots to bring these things over here. Because I want to go... actually, this might be an issue. This might not actually unpack at all, because... this 4th wagon is going to be on a curved track, which means it's not going to pump the fluid out. Oh, never mind. We'll deal with that when we get there. Yeah, this wants to only pump out water if I have less than, say, 15k, and that will mean we'll part fill this tank. I do have one of these. Where is this? Is this? I guess there's... yeah. Oh no, here's a train. And... okay, that's not what I was expecting. This wagon is on a curved section, and it's still... okay, yeah, sure. So that's actually all we need this train for. You can go back there. This train station doesn't need to exist anymore. This pump doesn't need to exist anymore. We'll take this 15,000 units of clean water and put it... okay, so we've got to kind of get... do I have trees and... yeah, just kind of get all these things out of the way for me. 360 wood? Sure. Lots of bots over here. Oh, I did want some bots for myself, didn't I? Yeah, and then we've got to figure out how to get all of this stuff in. And I think we're just going to do a basic prioritizer. Like, I don't really care about mixing these belts properly. That's not what we're about at this point. Do I want to do... I mean, I could also do red belt. I do have the red belt upgrades now, which is also why we've gone to this size, because this is more than will fit on 2 yellow belts. That's going to be... that's going to be stuff that will... I don't have any of these things. Okay, fine. Yeah, we can probably do it with... oh no, because I don't have the... yeah, cool. Okay, sure. And then we want to have two red belts. Yeah, so 6 of these things will do 2 yellow belts of stuff. So 10 of these things will do less than 2 red belts. So I'm kind of fine with there being 2 red belts of stuff here. We're not going to be using more than that anyway. But that means... not that way, that way. Yeah, so we've got 2 red belts of stuff, and then we can just run the 2 red belts of stuff into all of these guys, which is going to be completely fine. And then, yeah, this is still going to be more than... can I have... red? Yeah. Because I probably don't need to be quite so close at this point, can I? I can probably go from, like, here. Yeah, that's pretty exciting. We've got a little more space to play with now. This, yeah, I did want to move this water somewhere further over here, but I haven't actually figured out where, but I think here is going to work fine. Or do I just want to put it, like, right on... no, it's going to be messy, isn't it? Could I... yeah, no, that's also kind of messy. We're just going to deal with it being there. It's going to be fine. And then we want to have... yeah. We're going to be reorganizing this a couple of times, I think. Because some of these are temporary hacks that... I don't even have underground pipe with me. Sure. Like, this is not a pipe that's staying. This is just a pipe that's going to move all the water from this tank into this tank, so then we can delete this tank and have all of this be a bit cleaner. And then this red belt, I shouldn't have any trains coming this way at all, this is actually not the middle purifier. This one here is the middle purifier. Okay, so... Oh, you poor bot. You had the tank that I wanted. And then I guess, yeah, we're going to have to put it over here for a moment. And it's going to be generally in the way. Cool, great. Fortunately, most of the rest of the base is kind of close by at this point. Yeah, they're not going to be taking things all that far. Anyway, yeah, because one of these belts wants to start on this side. Is that... Yeah, then this thing only needs one, and then these two can be in the same place, and that's going to be 2 stack inserters for each of these things. And then this one is only going to need 1 stack inserter. This one's going to go here, and then this other belt, when all these bots turn up to move the fluids to the right place, is going to run back this way. And that's going to be all the things we need. Yeah, and then this is... And then this tank here will stabilize. Oh, it won't. Because it missed that pipe. Cool. I guess we're just hacking this in. It'll be fine. Okay. So so this tank is now empty, which means we can get rid of all of these things. We can get rid of this temporary transfer thing. This can go away, and we can have this thing back here where it's supposed to be with the grid. All of these things can go away. That tank is now empty. These guys are processing copper. This could go away. We can have this here. Do we have... I mean, we shouldn't need a red splitter in here, but I think what we're going to do is just also make sure these things are balanced, even though it almost certainly doesn't really matter. So yeah, so these guys are always going to have the water that they need. These things are... Item ingredient shortage. Oh, I guess you're just putting all the fluid. Yeah, we're making stacks of copper at this point. Yeah, this is fine. This is what should happen. We've got... Yeah, this little water system here will always have water that these purifiers need to do their work, but then also be able to have headroom to receive any water that gets purified out. So all that's going to do its thing. And this is going to be... Yeah, we now need to get a couple of red belts in here. Is that landmines? Yes, landmines. That's... Yeah, we need a couple of red belts in here. And then halfway down, which is actually here, we're going to presume that this is going to be full. Or at least... You know, that's where we can handle... That's where we kind of expect things to be full. Or at least it's halfway down. Don't actually know if it's full or not. Don't really care. And then here, we've got... We now have to tolerate 2 red belts of stuff. So I think the first thing we do is we just get a normal station loading thing. Where's a normal station loading thing? Yeah, this thing here is what we want. That can go there. Yeah, that's good. And then we can just have a red belt on each of these things. And then more red belt through here. Let's go there. And yeah, that's going to add not quite 2 red belts of copper, but that's going to be... I mean, yeah, it's not going to fully utilize these 114 miners, but it is going to give us more, and then... Yeah, we can beacon down the middle if we had beacon capacity. We currently don't have... Oh, we can make 3 more beacons on this channel. Whatever, it's fine. Not going to worry about that. Yeah, so we've extended copper. This is... I think I like this enough as a generic edge tile slot that I might use this as standard smelting pattern that will get this stuff out, because with some beacons down the middle, this should probably be able to get us up to 2 full red belts of stuff. And then, yeah, this is all looking pretty fine. Are these things limited at all? No, good. Yeah, because I can actually, don't know if I want to do this now or not. I mean, why not? I can drop this in. Where does it go? It goes there. Line it up with the rubber ports. Yeah, that's. Yeah, so it's kind of, the inputs are coming from the other side, which is a bit of a shame. Maybe we put it over here. Maybe that's a better call. You know what? Just go and do that. So we can have some more copper smelting here, which will connect to this. We can do a similar thing, but change some recipes in like one of these squares. Maybe here? No, that's over the top of the patch. Do I care about the patch? I don't think I care about the patch that much. But this is going to let us get this one is going to be weird because it's going to need recipes change. Oh, that's also with the inputs on the wrong side again. Okay, I guess we do it. I'd really rather not cover the patch. So I guess we do it here. Sure. The thing is, before we connect these inputs, I mean, there's also the water. They're not going to process anything until we give it water. But so these train stations, like this is not going to be a copper train station. This is going to be an iron train station. In fact, that thing I can change now. If I can find an iron train station, yeah. Thing is, I'm also good for iron trains at the moment. But yeah, this is going to be a nice way of just hacking in a bit more stuff. I did end up with some extra undergrounds under there, which I don't care about. And then these recipes need to be changed, but we can do that when we plug in this mining, which is fine. This overlap is going to be a bit of a thing, but whatever. Okay, yeah, we have now added copper to the network, which is good, because that's one of the things we needed. I mean, I think I should probably also add another train, but I don't think we're going to do that until later. The thing we really need to do now is... Actually, what I really want is for this station to have a name that begins with, like, 0. Because then it's at the top of this list, which makes it easy for me to find when I'm just throwing down a train and trying to go home. So that's gonna be what we do about that. We're doing weird loops because systems are kind of weirdly built like that. This thing is always going to stand on an edge, but that's fine. And yeah, this now has a lot of munitions that I want, which is cool. And then this thing over here has the things I need to create. Let's put everything in these chests for a moment, pick this one up, and I should be able to make... Yeah, should be able to make a nuclear reactor. So we'll pick all these things up again. We'll get in this train, and we'll go and get... What other things do I need to be able to make... Yeah, the high-energy MOX fuel. I need aluminium ceramic composite, which actually I have sitting just over here, so let's get a bit of this. And then let's also... Then I needed the plutonium and the uranium, and one of these was all the way over here, because we're not actually doing anything with the uranium fuel yet. We'd get kind of a hand-fed, single-use kind of hack to get out the plutonium we needed for this MOX fuel. You guys have also not... Good job. Train fuel. Are these guys still... Oh, batteries are done? Okay. Oh, beacons are out of copper. That's a problem. Because it means without the copper to feed these beacons, all of these things are just not running anymore, which is a shame. That's a real problem. Good thing we added copper to the... except none of the copper... Maybe these things are... Yeah, no, we just don't have copper station availability yet. But, I mean, this one that we just added, how far away is this from... Output signal 3.5k, greater than 3.8k, yes, so we've added some amount of stuff. Have we actually... You know, we haven't added 2 full red belts, but, you know, whatever. We've added this much stuff, which is fine. Oh no. Yeah, and then fortunately it ran out of fuel, which is kind of ironic. No, we're still too far away, aren't we? We wanted to, yeah, we wanted to go all the way over here, and then not go back to the core because I wanted to be able to pick up some of this uranium. Cool. Hey, solar. Do I still have? I was still making solar panels. I am back over here. Other things that we use in copper. Oh, hey, remember when I got rid of this thing? Turned out the military science and just the military science actually kind of needed that. I mean, this whole build is getting blasted later, but for the moment, we kind of need these things. And yeah, I've got another 1.7, 1.8 thousand solar panels I can put somewhere at some point, which is not a huge priority now, but will save us some fuel, I guess. I think the MOX fuel was only one of these. Yeah, and then we need to get the plutonium. So for that, we're going to go to the place where we were making the thorium fuel, which is kind of this weird pattern, I think. And there was one centrifuge by itself that was hand-fed from... Yeah, that we'd hand-fed from the hand-fed nuclear fuel we made. Yeah, the centrifuge here has a piece of plutonium that I want, because now I should be able to make, yeah, 6 portable nuclear reactors, which is what we want to put in the armor that I don't have yet. You also... Do I not have... apparently I didn't put the sad uranium in... Didn't it work? So we're just going to do that. That's going to be fine. Okay, so where is the old... Yeah, the nasty temporary Logibot more is in here, which has all the other things I need to be able to craft the next armor that I want, and also the legs, and then also, yeah, solar panels and... Solar panels? I've already got solar panels. Batteries and personal laser defense, or personal defense lasers, or whatever they're called. All that kind of stuff. So we're going to wander over here, and we should get a new suit of armor. And then we should be able to go and take some more territory, because this is a... Yeah, what do I have in... Yeah, all of this really wants to come out. You can handcraft some things. Give me 4 of these, I guess. Actually, let's get crafting a thing first. Somewhere down here, I should have some number of module upgrades. And that is... Do I want any more of these yet? I think yes, but not yet. So I think we just get rid of... Yeah, we'll just figure out later how many of those things we want. Not worried about it. Yeah, give me 2 of these, I guess. Wait, the first thing I should do is actually get around to crafting the rest of these things, because we've got the efficiency modules, LDS, processing units, electric engines. There's some blue circuits. Here's some LDS. Shouldn't you also have, yeah, electric engines over here as well? So we're just going to scrounge... Have you not built... Oh, cogs and red chips. You're not actually requesting... Okay, so we don't actually have a personal rubber port yet, which is a bit of a shame. Red chips, probably only like 50. And I also don't have the recipe for personal rubber port 2 yet, but that's also fine. Give me some, I don't know how many of those I want. What else do we need? I need low density structure and blue chips, both of which should be sitting around in various chests around here, because it's all getting delivered. Or maybe you have some. You do. I still need a bit more of each. Do you have LDS? You do have LDS. Oh, you had both of those things. Yeah. So now we can have some fancy power armor, which is cool. You had... Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to chest explode when I take these. I still had all the science as well. Yeah, so now... Yeah, whatever. Now we should be able to take off this armor. And we get the new armor, and now we can think about outfitting it again. We can pick up all of those because we have more cargo slots, but I think we... Infantry size bonus 10. Okay, so I didn't need to quite clear up that much space. Okay, and we've also got 6 of these portable nuclear reactors, so now we can figure out how all this stuff is going to fit. and how many of these I want, and I didn't realize these were 3 by 3. Interesting. And then this is rapidly filling up, because I also need... Where is... Yeah, here's the night vision. These personal... I can get rid of anything that I don't need over there, and yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff that will just need to be cleaned out of the inventory. Oh, I've got more yeah, I think I knew I had more exoskeletons, didn't I? This is still... You're getting cogs. Yeah, because cogs is one of the things that has been moved all the way out to the far east. How many of these can I have? So I guess the question is, how many... Because I could do... Like, that is a full suit. But is that a setup I'm happy with? 600 kilowatts, 600 kilowatts. These are all 600 kilowatts, okay. So one of these... Legs are 200 kilowatts, so 3 of these are basically one of these reactors. 4 personal laser defenses would be a second of these reactors. And then these 2 don't need... Yeah, I don't think I need this one. I think we do that. Can I get... I think I want another PDL in there. Are they called PDLs? PLDs, whatever. Even though these aren't going to be a huge source of damage. In fact, maybe I want another legs in there instead of that. Then I do need to somehow get a personal roboport in here as well. Which I think means that I'm taking these out, which feels kind of bad. But do you have a personal roboport for me? Yes, you do. Okay, that's good, because that means... I mean, it's only a personal roboport 1, but it's not a big deal anyway. That only leaves me with 1 battery, which I don't think I like. Because the way these energy shields work is they will recharge much faster from the batteries than from the portable nuclear reactor. I guess, yeah. Maybe I do drop it down to 3 PDLs, and then I can have more batteries and then a couple of solar panels. Feels pretty bad, but I think that's what we're going to do for a while. I mean, we've still got a bunch of... Yeah, okay, so that's going to be the setup we're going to use for a bit, and we are faster now as well. We've got 3 legs in here, which is cool. We're gonna go back to... That's not fuel. Sure, I have fuel. This is... Yep, this top station is how that wants to work. And then, yeah, how do I feel about this as a thing? What would he... I mean, I guess the personal roboport is going to upgrade to personal roboport 2. Because the thing about batteries and about energy shields is that you kind of get 3 health bars. You get the energy shield of... Yeah, you get the energy... the health bar of the energy shield themselves. Then there's your own health, which you don't want to use because you're going to die instantly because it's not very much. But the battery charge, because you're piling it into the energy shields, ends up being kind of a 3rd proxy energy shield health bar. Let's actually... Okay, so we're going to go... Wait, it's just over here. We can do this on foot now because we're kind of fast. We're going to run over to the labs because they're not that far away, because I've got a bunch of science that I don't want to. Laser shooting speed is nearly done, which is kind of interesting. Okay, get rid of all of those, and then I've got a bunch of stuff in my inventory that I don't want. These... okay. I wanted to trash it rather than... Yeah, we'll keep the exoskeleton because I don't know if we're doing that stuff yet, but a lot of the stuff can just now disappear. Like, I definitely don't want that many fluid wagons. I don't want concrete. I don't want most of these things. Modules, labs, centrifuges, all of this stuff we won't really need for burner inserters. Why do I have burner inserters? Am I building a wave defense power grid? What's going on? Yeah, let's just get rid of all of these things for a while. Do I need 4 wagons? Probably not. Is 60 fish going to be enough? I'm not going to need wool either. So we've still got yeah, we've got a couple of suit bits to play around with, depending on whether or not I want suit things. And then, yeah, let's check on whether or not the beacons are running again, because that was kind of a thing I was interested in. And the answer is yes, they have got their copper. But also this train is still waiting here because there isn't a copper supply for it to go to, but never mind. Okay, oh, I also need... I want all... No, left click in the other place, yeah. So I want all of this stuff. Why? Oh, because it went into my gun. Yeah, it's down here, it's fine. Then I also want construction robots. So who has... Oh, over here we'll have construction robots, won't it? Because I just built all this stuff. So yeah, so I can go and pick up some construction robots from over there, that's fine. And then... Yeah, then we're going to go and do some combat stuff. So let's get the combat hotbar up. Let's get rid of these, because I don't have those, but what I do have is landmines. Let's get rid of this as a fuel source, because what I have instead for a fuel source are these artificial energy crystals. And we're not even really going to use the car for... Like, we're not going to do landmine pushes at this point. We've got a rocket launcher. All of this stuff is built, but these... Let's change some recipes now. I'm going to feel better about changing recipes for... Wait, that's not the one we changed recipes on. Yeah, the other one that we changed recipes on is the iron one in the other place. Okay. How many... It's not actually very many bots, is it? 10? 10 bots? Okay, fine. Do I even want to blitz this and have bots building these new things? Maybe. But yeah. We are... These guys gave us trouble last time, because there were some big worms that we were previously not in a position to do anything about, and now we're kind of fine. This is not even using weapons. Oh, the grenades have... Those grenades have knockback. Cool. I don't think I ever noticed they had knockback before, because I was previously just killing everything. So this isn't even how I really want to be doing all this combat. This is just what happens if we run in and lean on the personal defense lasers, and the answer is they're fine. What we're actually going to do is use these rockets, because these rockets also are pretty good. And we still want to, yeah, not actually get stuck in the slime, because that's going to be an issue. I still like having lots of leg speed over using a tank, because you can turn in any direction quickly. Like, if we were in a tank, we would have to worry about, like, hitting trees and hitting rocks and hitting cliffs, and then there'd still be a turning radius, and all of that just makes dodging worm spit in a tank much more difficult than dodging worm spit when you just have Mark II power armor and a bunch of legs. But this is all pretty fine. Yeah, we'll clean up some of these small ones. We might actually have to pay attention when we're attacking some of these bigger bases, but these ones are pretty fine. And yeah, I think this one over here counts as a bigger base. We're still going to have these bullets, because these turrets, with the amount of damage we've done, still, with the damage upgrade we've got, still will do a lot of damage to big biters. And then we're mostly going to use the rockets for dealing with stuff. We've got the explosive rockets, because I think we also have enough damage upgrades at the moment for the explosive rockets to be worthwhile. But some of these big worms still take some shooting. Don't stand on the slime. Yeah, and so this is pretty fine. I'm not even really... I could be a lot more aggressive. Thank you, autosave. I mean, I don't plan on needing autosaves, but I guess it could be a thing, but probably not. We are kind of into the place where complacency is what will kill me. Oh yeah, yes, also... Yeah, the other strat is supposed to be I'm supposed to disable the bots when I'm doing that, because they might try and repair turrets or put landmines down again or things like that that are not really an ideal thing to be doing while I'm still in the middle of a fight. But this is going to be... I did put the... Yeah, there we go. Put the night vision goggles back in. And yeah, most of all we want to get rid of worms that are in shooting radius of our turrets before we run too far away from the turrets, because getting getting... I mean, the worms will still take out the turrets if we go somewhere else, and they can shoot at the turrets. So we don't want to do that. We want these guys to go away, we want these guys to go away. The other nice thing about the explosive missile rockets is that they will also hit biters that are running at me, as... Yeah, the explosive missiles will hit biters that run at me between the various nests. I haven't got all these bots back, that's a bit of an issue. I'd rather not lose these bots. There we go. You guys can go away. You guys can also be stunned. These grenades are still pretty good. Yeah, this is a whole lot easier than what I was trying to do last time. Turns out that, yes, having new armor and new tools and rockets with a lot of explosive damage upgrades and all that kind of stuff actually does a lot of work. Oh, I should have stopped to count how many nest kills I had at the beginning of... How many nest kills I had at the beginning of this episode, so then I could compare it to how many nest kills I've got at the end of the episode. But yeah, combat shotgun also still pretty good. Let's move all this perimeter up, and this is the reason why we have the bots. Okay, we should really have this perimeter back if I'm actually going to be taking fights here. And yeah. Let's get rid of this worm, because I think that's going to be the last one that has any chance of being within shooting range of these turrets. And look at... Okay, so in the last hour, I can still check how many things I've killed in the last hour versus... So we started with about 200 nest kills, because we've got that many there, and then another 90. Okay, so we started with about 200 nest kills. This is also just let us see how many kills we get as we go through this. I haven't even used the landmines yet. I think we're mostly going to be using the landmines as a defensive tool at this point, like protecting our gun turrets, but also kinda less useful when I'm not close to the gun turrets anyway. Anyway, let's also figure out what tech we're going to do. Let's keep going with explosive damage, because we're doing a lot of explosive damage. Am I going to keep... I mean, am I still going to be using... Am I still going to be pushing at the time when this is finished? Maybe, maybe not. Let's have some more turrets here. Let's get rid of this one, because it might be in turret range. The other question is, are there any of these Behemoth worms yet? And the answer looks to be no. It looks like we're all still doing big worm things, which is fine. Yeah, this is pretty normal. Not feeling particularly threatened, which is nice. Yeah, but I will take damage when... that was unnecessary. And just PDL those guys. Yeah, okay, so we can push through these bases pretty easily at this point. Didn't really even need these landmines here. Oh, there's cliff explosive there as well. And these guys are running at me, and I still have the PDLs. The bots are not super fast, and I ulted a cliff there as well, never mind. Yeah, so there's just these turrets here. I've picked up all these turrets. I think we are going to... Oh, that was the thing I was going to do, wasn't it? I was going to put a buffer chest over here with a bunch of rail in it, so it would be easy to extend this, because currently all of the rail is still back over here in the purple science, and that is a long way to be for bots to be dragging all the way across the map to here to be extending this grid. But also Logibots with a buffer chest could do that. Maybe that's a thing I get around to between episodes, because I think I'm going to push some more now. I mean, this is going to be what it looks like now. I've still got... Bot, what are you doing? Yeah, we're just going to walk through here. We're going to blow all this stuff up. We're going to go see if we get... That's still a big worm. Haven't found any behemoths yet. But it is... we are in the phase of the game where I could stumble across a behemoth, not really notice, not take it seriously, and get killed. That is a thing that could happen. But I think I'm going to push a bit more between episodes, because this is basically what it looks like now. Maybe I want to try this with more legs. I mean, I am still leaning on the PDLs a bit to tidy things up. But also, the other thing I'm looking for is, can we find some water and or oil? Because water, the only water I have is still just this lake, which is not really getting it all done, which is, yeah, kind of the other reason why we're going to blast this whole area at some point, is then that gives me another place I can put a power grid. So more water, more oil, because currently the only big oil patch I've got is this one, which is also completely fine, not a problem. But water and, oh, this is actually a decent sized base that I'm salting, isn't it? Yeah, water and oil are the things that I would like to find more of, if I can. Why aren't I fighting near the turrets? Why haven't I put landmines near the turrets? I went to the effort of getting all these landmines. Yeah. So we're gonna do this for a while. We're gonna see if I can find some water and or some oil, and generally push through these nests. Yeah. This is all pretty fine. Yeah, I think we're gonna call. I mean, not exactly here, because these guys are still straight up on me. But yeah, I think we're gonna call this episode here. I will push through these nests. Oh yeah, let's check what Evo is now. 0.67. It's still, was it 0.64 when I checked before doing all this combat? How many kills have we got in the last hour? We're up to 50 spawners, 65 biter spawners. Yeah, 50. Yeah. So we've killed maybe a third. We've killed in the last hour half as many nests as we have in sort of the entire rest of the playthrough, and we're not really done yet with this. Like this, we've got kind of this much territory. I think I was also going to just like clip off some of these guys, like not push particularly far, but just like so that I'm not worried about worms shooting the landmines. But yeah, we'll push this a bit further. We'll do some more combat stuff. I'll probably connect up those other iron and copper mines. Yeah, we'll just continue with things. We'll get a bunch more territory. We'll probably be expanding the grid next time, because that's another thing. And yeah, decent times, blowing a lot of dudes up, sure.